Okay, so what have we been up to? Well, we've been up to adding some lighting to the project. This one's going to be a bit all over the place because I've had to set up several different bits to make this work. So I've set up, well, if I run it first, and then we can see what we've actually got at the moment. I've removed the grid temporarily, and I've added a floor scene where we can just add in a bit of a floor. This is just a plain object drawn lead down. The main idea was to be able to add lights to the scene, which you can see I've achieved. This light is editable to the point that we can move it around the scene, the light follows it. The actual floor object is being lit by a sun, but you can't, it's not, you can't really tell that it's being lit by another light, but there is another light on there that is lighting the floor. The floor is being set to a whitish colour. These are just little sprites I've added in so as I can position them for where the light's going to be. That wasn't very complicated. Anyhow, that's where it's to at the moment. We can actually draw this is a point light. This is going to be the sunlight. Little error there because when you go over the thing, the sprite fails and you see the background. Something to work on. I like little projects that I can work on. So how was that achieved? Well, the sprite is simply the same as any other object that I draw in this engine. Basically set up, and you can edit it. You come through, you start it, set its position and everything. That is being drawn from this one here. So it's just a simple plane being drawn basically. Then use a PNG image file on it, which has got the transparent background. Really straightforward stuff. The added terrain is a very similar thing. This is my new terrain header. This basically this is the bottom part of a cube, so it's led down. This is the best way I could explain that. It's led down on the floor, so it makes a really good floor or ceiling if you want it. Again, really simple. It's nothing fancy there at all. Vertex shaders. This part hasn't really changed any. The fragment shader has changed a lot, so I've had to redo and get my head round with the help of actually with the help of ChatGPT this time, not Copilot. I found it a little bit more, and this basically comes in and sets up the two different lights. So the directional light is the sunlight basically, and we set its position to shine at the floor. This eventually will loop through how many different point lights we've got and set them, and outputs the result. The terrain section is where most of the work is being done, because you have to, this is where it's all being set up for drawing the sun, drawing the point light, and then we have to do the same again with this. My aim is to put this into some kind of helper function if I can, or add it into the lighting or something, because otherwise I've basically got to add all this code to every single object we draw. So the cube will need it, the plane will need it, the pyramid will need it, the OBJs, the GLTF files, they will all need this coding to make them work in the scene. It would be much easier if I could just in each one of them have like a, you know, create a function or something where you just call the function in each of the loads, sort of thing. So yeah, so there you go. It is very basic lighting. This was really good fun trying to find out all the different bits that go with it. We can add our point light, which does that. We can add I don't know, let's add a OBJ file. As you can see, it has absolutely no effect on that at all. Oh, doing that wrong. Put that on the floor like that, and you can see the light has no effect on that, because I would need to add all that code in that I've said about putting in a function to get this to reflect the light the same as the floor, you know, to see the light the same as the floor is. So lots to do, but I think I've made a solid start on that, on lighting. I am still working in the background on getting the GLTF files working better on the other project, the other part, like the temporary project of this, but I've had to move away from that because it's just driving me nuts. So yeah, anyhow, there's where we got it. This code is on GitHub. If anybody at all makes any use of it, that's just fantastic. Thanks for watching if you did.